Hi, today I want to talk about one of the biggest regrets that I have for my entire life. Looking back my life so far, I'm 51 years old, not just a typical Japanese father of two kids. So recently I have had a big change for my entire life. It has been shaking my mental and you know. So I have been crying every day. You know, and last week was the worst. I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop crying every day because of my situation. So it was like falling down from the heaven to hell. And I have made the biggest decision for my entire life recently. So, and yeah, I understand that some of you may say, like, life is going on, and I'm not alone, and this is good time for me to think about, and you know, and I would never ever have this opportunity if I wouldn't have this decision. So it's all true. It's all true, and I didn't know how I was happy, how I was happy before last month. So everything went well, had been had been going well. However, life has been suddenly my life has been suddenly changed because of my family situation. My family situation, and I can't tell you the detail. Maybe in your future, I hope that one day I would confess everything that I have, but I don't know when. But I have had a big change for my entire life because of my family matter. So, and from now on, I don't know how how long I have to stick to this situation, or I don't know in your future when I will be able to say my life has been great again. So, but this is not the that I want to talk about today. So, so before moving on to this uh, content, the video, I want to make my announcement. So I had to I had to start my own business. So which is really just the beginning, and I haven't yet been ready for everything. I haven't yet, developed my official website. All I can do is just to put the link to the application form that you can write your requests or questions. And so I I have started my own business, which is the same name of this channel, Ask Japan. So my business is I would rather calling my business as handyman business rather than like a business consulting, because I never ever experienced before the business consulting. So all I can do is like to help you. For example, if you are foreigners and if you are looking for something uh, business or just a very casual thing, or looking for something, so anything you want to do in Japan, I would like to help you. So all you have to do is just please click the link to the application form that you can enter your request, your questions that you want to do anything in Japan. So it may take some time to for me to respond to your email, your request, but please be patient. So please see the link in the description box of this video. You will be led to the application form. So in your future, I'm planning to have I'm planning to have my official website. So until then, please be patient. So anyway, and also I had to start my membership. So you know, if if you want to access my older videos, and also if you want to access my upcoming new exclusive videos, so you please become my membership. And also I'm planning to open my exclusive e-commerce that I'm going to sell my collections of my toys, Japanese things, and the capsule toys. So everything that I have and everything that I think which must be valuable for you guys. So please become my membership. So anyway, guys, so go back to the topic that I wanted to speak is that so the biggest regret of my entire life is that so I just I made my biggest decision by myself. Of course, I told my wife, but I didn't tell my kids because my kids are still very young. So my oldest son is just 9 years old, and my my younger daughter is only 5, so they wouldn't be able to understand my situation. And I was trying to hide, you know, when I was crying. So last week, so when I was crying, I went to the upstairs and I shut down the door of my room, and I was wailing. I was crying. So and as time goes by, my situation, my mental situation has been better and better, but still I can't stop thinking about many things that I have and many things that I will have in my future. So I have two big concerns. One is my family members in the situation, and the second one is my future financial problem. So that I posted another video to explain what it is. So anyway, yeah. So today I wanted to talk about the biggest regret. The biggest regret of entire my life is not my decision that I have now. So yeah, like explained, I made my decision by myself without telling any friends because I don't have any close friends. And then after my decision, after my big decision, I still haven't yet told my friends. I have several friends, of course, several friends, but most of them are very casual, not not the close friends, very light friends. So I wish I would have just one or two very close friends that I can talk everything, and that I can trust 100%. I can trust him or him, and maybe go to the bar to hang out. But I don't have all the ones. Yeah, like I said, I have several friends, but none of them is the close friends. So I'm the reason why I don't have any close friends is that the first is my maybe my characteristics. And you know, if you are my membership, you may be able to understand who I am, who, what the characteristics that I have. So I hated socializing. I really hated socializing. So especially like, yeah, I enjoy the drinking occasions several times back in like I was in 20s and 30s, but I really hated like, you know not the drinking occasions, but like, yeah, the parties, socialization, the company's parties. So yeah, I I remember that at one of the company party, uh, I was suffocating. So and I didn't I had no idea how I could react, and how I could, say hello to the my coworkers, whom I didn't know well, and whom I didn't have many things to common. So maybe, chatting, very light conversation, but it could last like maybe 5 minutes, and then there was nothing that we have the common, you know uh, topics. So we could talk about like a family matter, and weather condition, or the politics, or things that we could enjoy. But it was very shallow, very shallow, superficial. And but everybody actually, and I was wondering, and still I'm wondering if they really truly are enjoying the like socializing occasion, to like for the like a, like I said, the companies, parties, that you have a few, few coworkers that you know each other, but most of them you don't know. However, you have to show your smiles, and you have to, you have to have chatting. So yeah, one thing that my confession is that I hated the situation. But and I was trying to avoid those situations. At one party, yeah, and some of you may have watched my older videos. If you are my membership member, I I hide hide it, hide の過去形 I I did hide in the bathroom for 1 hour to sit on the, the toilet, and I was just looking at the smartphone, and the I was watching the SNS until the party ended. So because I didn't want to, and then nobody knew. I I nobody knew about the situation. Nobody knew about where I was. So I was hiding in the bathroom. So this is one typical example that I had. And then I think I if I go back to my memory when I was very young, so I have a big brother. So always I you know I was with my big brother. I followed him, and he is just 1 year older than me. So thinking about the situation, two young uh, brothers. So, for example, my parent, my oh, especially my mother, tried to, how to say, tried to put me and my big brother, when we were in elementary school, to like outside the, I don't know how to say, like the many activities outside school, meaning, so when me and my big brother, when we went the activities, we didn't have any friends, of course, and nobody knew. We didn't know anybody. So because it's outside school, like a activity, so it was the first time for us to meet other, other 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 members, other kids who participated in the same activity. It's like a sports event activity of everything, like a culture event. So I remember that we were forced to participate like a skiing. So we went to the 2 days like trip to the mountain, snow mountain, to enjoy the skiing. It was a sports activity, and we were forced to participate by our mother. So, and me and my big brother participated. So unlike me, my big brother was doing well, but like explained, I always followed him. However, so we were separated because the activity, the manager of this activity, tried to separate the siblings. So as you can imagine, so it was like the purpose of this kind of event is to grow up, you know to raise to make the kids to realize how important the socializing to others, the strangers, actually totally strangers, even though the same age. But entire 2 days, I I was like a 10, what, 11 years old, I think. But I, you know, I was in, I was silent. I was silent for entire 2 days. Of course, I couldn't make any friends. And my big brother, and actually, he made several friends, even though the situation in totally strangers, and we never ever met before. So that was like me. That was like me. And every time I was silent. I was silent. So because this is not the like, I wanted to make many friends. So, and I wanted to become very very socializing people, but I didn't know how to do that. I didn't, think about, I didn't have the situation that they. So maybe I thought about, what if they they wouldn't like me? What if they hated me? So what the consequence after, and my failing to be socializing? So I was thinking that every time the worst case scenario. So that's why this kind of experience I actually has made my characteristics, especially for my, when I was very, very young, in the teens, and I think until mid 20s, and after mid 20s, I think I realized that I should, at least I should have I should have I should have been trying my effort to socialize, even if this is not you. And since then I have changed my characteristics, even though it was not the truly honest with me, but I was trying. And since then, so I have made several, very very light friends. There was another thing that I can say, but you know however, that's why I think, when I was in the elementary school, and when I was in mid mid school, junior high, and in high school, I think I had several friends, of course, but none of them were not close friends. So, and every time, you know, I looked at, I every time I found, my older friends in my junior high and elementary school and high school. So they had like a reunion, and even though they are already or so my older classmates are the same age, 51 years old. They are they enjoy the reunion. So like once a month or maybe once in like a 2 or 3 months, and still enjoying the drinking together and maybe talking the good old days. So uh, that's the one. And actually I joined the club, sports club, and I was in mid school. I belonged at the basketball team of the school, and yeah, and I had I spent the good days, playing the basketball, and I had several teammates. But and then in high school, yeah, actually, I belonged to the several clubs, but I quit several clubs, and eventually I ended up like nothing in the school activity and school clubs. So this is my regret, my second regret. I should have, I should have chosen some several sports clubs or the culture clubs that could, I could, make friends. But so this is me, and yeah, that's why I feel like now I feel like very very alone. So under the circumstances that I have now, maybe people like me who has had who have had very very difficult time of entire life, maybe all they need is friends to support you. But in my case, so since the day I made a decision and the day I had a big change for my entire life, I haven't been able to, you know, sit like and drinking together, whether or not it's fun or not. It's but I haven't yet had. And from now on, I think I hope that it wouldn't be it wouldn't be too late. However, as you know, it will be very very difficult. It has been very difficult since you became like a 40s, and now I'm in 50s. So I could go there. I could join the club, and anything, but it's not easy. It's not that. It's not as easy as you think. And I think and I I made the very similar video as today's and before, and I had many comments that I could go to the sports gym, sports clubs, enjoy the local community, and it is not too late for me to make new friends, but I don't think it wouldn't be working. Yeah, I think I have to change my mind, but yeah, and I try. So anyway, but this situation is really really bad for me. It's really not good, my for my entire the mental condition. So and I have many free time except the time I have to go to see my mother, and so I think I will start my new journey, new challenge that I would like to meet strangers and to say hello and to have some chat and to make new friends.